In this video we will learn how to create an eye-catching and insightful income statement in Power BI using custom visual multiple sparklines. Let's get started. So we have a simple dataset in Excel for past 5 years for 3 telecom companies in Asia. As you can see that the data covers the income statement line items, their nature as income or expense and their values for each year from 2020 to 2024. So as a first step we will bring this data inside Power BI and transform it. In Power BI Desktop, we go to Home tab, Get Data from Excel Workbook, locate the Excel file in our local drive, select the relevant sheet and press Transform Data to enter into Query Editor. Let's rename this table to Income Statement. Do some transformations, use first row as header. Income statement items follow a particular pattern starting from revenue then cost of sales ending with net income. This order is not alphabetic. So let's add an index column to tell Power BI visuals how to sort income statement items. So we duplicate the table. Let's rename duplicate table to index. Select one company. Now add an index column. Now we can remove all other columns to have just item and index column. So the idea is to get the index column in our original table. Now let's go back to the original table, i.e. income statement, and merge with the index table to get the index column inside the income statement table. Now we select all the year columns and unpivot them to get all the years and related values in tabular format. That's it with the data transformation part. Now one quick step is to sort item column by the index column. For this we go to Data View, select the item column and from the ribbon bar we choose to sort it by index column. So now we are ready to create our income statement. Let's drag the item field onto the category section and value field onto the waterfall section. The visual allows you to increase and decrease the height of rows by simple hold and drag. Finance and accounts people know that gross profit is just a subtotal, so we right-click the bar to set it as a pillar instead of a variance. We do the same for operating profit and net income as these are also subtotals. The formatting pane of the visual provides several options like adding data labels, changing colors, adding shadows, bar padding, etc. The income statement values are abnormally high since the implicit measure combines all years and all companies. Let's write a quick measure to get values only for latest year, that is 2024. From the filter pane we filter the visual to show data for our company, let's say Turk Telecom here. Let now add a trend chart. So we drag the year column to axis section and value column onto the column chart section. We can do little formatting from the format pane. Let's give softer color to the bars. Add data labels for all columns. Let's now add a bullet chart which will allow us to compare 2024 values with previous year, that is 2023. We already have a measure for 2024. Let's copy it and create a new /similar measure for 2023. For bullet chart we need to concatenate the two values or measures separated by the pipe or vertical line symbol. This symbol is usually above the Enter key on a keyboard and you can enter it by using Shift key. We call this measure year on year. Let's drag it onto the bullet section. So we have a bullet chart. To make it more eye-catching, let's make it 2 bars instead of a bullet from the format pane. So when we select the 2 bars option, we automatically get the variance between them as well. Let's customize the heading to show exactly what the 2 bars mean. Again, from the format pane, we turn on customized heading and add 2024 and 2023 as the labels. To make it more aesthetically pleasing, let's change the sign of expense items so the bullet bars move from left to right for all line items. If you notice, in our data we have a column called Nature, which tells us the nature of each line item as income or expense. So we can use it to modify our year-on-year measure. So if the line item is expense, we multiply it by -1. So our measure is revised, and you can see the impact on the bullet chart. In income statement, common sizing is a very useful analysis where we see each item as a percentage of revenue. Let's add a measure to do so. Now drag this column to the bubbles section. Let's reorder the columns from the arrows at the top. Another useful comparison would now be to compare my company, which is Turk Telekom, with other two, i.e. Etisalat and Ooredoo. For this we will add 2 quick measures to get values for Etisalat and Ooredoo for year 2024, similar to what we did for Turk Telekom. Let's concatenate the 3 measures into a new measure and call it comparison. We will drag this measure to pie section. Basically, this section allows you to display the concatenated items as either pie chart, stacked bar, or vertical columns. Here we will choose vertical columns. Let's do some formattings. Change the colors. Show the variance between the bars. Notice that I intentionally put my company in the middle so I can compare to other 2 companies that are Etisalat and Ooredoo. So here is our final output. How does it look? So we have quite an insightful income statement where first column shows it as a waterfall. Second column shows items as a percentage of revenue, common size analysis. Third column shows the past 5 years trend. Fourth column compares latest year 2024 with 2023. Fifth column compares my company Turk Telecom with 2 major competitors. Please do leave your thoughts in comments section below.